Okay, hey guys, it's your boy Quabs, and I'm here with a deck profile with one of our top states players, and he's playing some more degeneracy. Jacques, my co-host, he decided to play.
Yes, that is my name, Jacques van Deventer. I have the main entertainment on Quabs' Twitch channel. And I've been playing this deck for a small amount of time, about 2.5 months now. And the deck that I'm playing is Spellbook Runics.
Spellbook Runic. Okay, so you're going to take us through the deck profile.
Yes.
All right, awesome. Let's start with the.
All right, let's start off with the newest addition to the deck. Physically got this morning.
Yeah.
Triple Kashtira Fenrir. Absolutely insane card. This card's awesome. Not a once per turn.
Crazy.
It's absolutely insane. It was well worth the sprite core I traded.
No, it wasn't.
Alright, but yeah, this card is absolutely awesome. Can special summon itself for free. It adds itself. If an opponent activates a monster effect, doesn't matter where, just banish it. That's not once per turn. It's just absolutely amazing.
Crazy.
Just absolutely insane.
Okay.
Next cards on the list are the Spellbooks, 2 Blue Boys and 2 Jargon.
Okay.
Blue Boy, obviously, these don't really need introduction in a Spellbook deck. This searches your spells, and this is summoned off of the newly released Spellbook of Judgment. Jargon just makes people go crazy. When you summon this, they're like, fuck, and then they waste their battle phase, they absolutely go ham, and it's a good board breaker. I used this against Matthew in round, I think it was 2.
Yeah.
He had a full board of special summon monsters, normal summon Jargon effect, blow up his entire board.
Crazy. Absolutely nuts.
And then he's back to square one, and then I just continue. And yeah, Blue Boy, just normal summon, mandatory add. It's absolutely insane.
Awesome.
Believe it or not, those were all the monsters.
All the monsters?
Yeah.
Only those?
7 monsters. It's a spell-based deck, so you can't really go high on the monsters. I was playing before this tournament. For the people that watched the stream, I was playing the Bastille variant. 2 Magma Moods, 1 Druid Worm, and Regained. But when I got Fenrir's, I said, fuck it, that's out.
Okay, cool. Let's go into... Okay, let's go to the spells.
Yes, so starting off with the Runics, it's Free Fountain, the Heart and Souls deck. This gets you Endless Engine. It's just absolutely insane, just not a hard once per turn. Just allows you to activate your quick play spells from hand, even if you don't set them in. You can play around evenly. You can play around Hoppy's Feather Duster. You can play around many things that lock you out, and allowing yourself to use your quick play spells on your opponent's turn, like for Runic Destruction, which we will get to. It changes the entire game of how you play the deck. You can't play 2 of this in the pure variant.
Yeah.
So 3 is optimal.
Okay, cool. So having 3 in the main is proper.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
So next is Quabs' favorite card, Just the Tip.
Just the Tip. There it is, guys.
This is the most broken card in the deck. Searches any runic spell. It's just insane. The fact that it's a banish one means that you can get yourself out of tough place if an opponent only has 2 or less cards in deck. Then you can use this to search Smithing Storm to banish the last 2, but we'll get to that.
Yeah.
This card is insane. I top decked this so many times today. And as Quabs will tell you, I top decked it on stream as well a lot. It's just insane. I absolutely enjoy this card. Again, it's a free of, no matter in which variant. Even if you play Runic Sprite, you need free of this. It adds the field spell, it adds anything, it just special summons anything. It's absolutely insane.
Awesome.
Next, the board breakers. Triple Flashing Fire.
Yeah.
Triple Slumber. Triple Freezing Curses.
Yeah.
And triple Destruction.
Okay.
So like I said with Destruction, each of these serve a different function for the deck.
Yeah.
For them to, I was mixing around with ratios at the start, but this is the best you're going to get. Flashing Fire destroys a special summon monster on field, makes your opponent banish 2. Slumber protects your Jargon. from battle or card effects once, and then makes your opponent's banish free. This also has a second effect. If you don't want to protect the jargon, you can use it on your opponent's monster to prevent them from attacking. And it's just insane. And then freezing curses. Freezing curses is the imperm of, well, chalice more like it, of the deck. So at quick effect speed, basically, target one effect monster your opponent controls, negates effects, and then banish the top 3.
Yeah.
And then as well, Runic Destruction, this is your MST, this is your ways to out like Mystic Mine, anti-spells, anything that can prevent you via spells and traps, you can use this. And all the Runics have the same effect, where you can activate into special summon a fusion monster from extra deck. Now they are considered special summons, so you can't summon them back with dark or liner because they're dark and lights.
Yeah.
But these are the board breakers, and you need 3 of each to complement with tip and fountain, otherwise you're never going to see any of them.
Cool. And the secondary effects, they all special summon a Runic monster from extra deck, right?
Yes, all of them. All the Runic spells have that effect.
Awesome.
Next is the 2 of and the 1 of. 2 Smithing Storm to alert. These two do basically the same thing.
Yeah.
While the others were like board breakers, like destroying spells and traps, negating effects, destroying monsters, Smithing Storm banishes cards off the top of your opponent's deck up to the number of cards they control. And it gets you, when your opponent only has 1 card left and you're tipping, so tip will banish the 1 card, so you only have 1 left. Then you go for Smithing Storm to banish the last one. If your opponent, even if your opponent has 5 monsters, you can opt to only banish 1.
Okay.
And also same effect to special summon 1 from extra deck. And then Runic Allure, the 1 of the deck. If a quick play spell is activated from me or my opponent, my opponent banishes 1 card off the top of their deck. Now this is a mandatory effect, so it'll always be chain link 1, but it can stack very well. If you can stack a chain link of like 3 spells, and banish, let's say 7 or 8 from the normal Runics, this will banish another 3. So that's 10 cards off the top of the deck almost instantly.
Crazy.
And that is the Runic package. It's very large because I do count this more as Runic Spellbook.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'm very those are the optimal ratios. Now for the Spellbooks.
Okay.
Triple secrets. 2 knowledge, 1 judgment, and 1 fate.
Ooh, okay. Why these ratios?
So because you're running the 2 blue boy, secrets can search blue boy and vice versa, and either one of them is searching one of these 3. If you start off with blue boy, you're most likely going with judgment because the deck's mostly spells.
Yes.
But if you need the draw power more than you need the add and special, let's say if you don't have enough spells for judgment to summon the jargon, you go for the knowledge.
Okay.
And just get the draw 2 instead.
Yeah.
But these, some people for the people that would wonder, why these? Because these are only 8.
Yeah.
I don't play any of the others. I don't play Mastery or Life or any of those.
Yeah.
I just play these because this is the most optimal one. Even if you draw like two spellbooks off of the knowledge, you still have 3 left for judgment for the jargon.
Yeah.
You don't want to overdraw on the spellbooks. That is what happened to me today. I overdrew on spellbooks. But I did play around it and I was able to get the win there. Fate, I might cut it. It is very situational.
Okay.
I might cut it for a 3rd Smithing Storm, but I'll just see on that.
Okay.
And yeah, that is basically the Spellbook engine. Very small, very tight, but very worth it.
Cool.
Now for double Lightning Storm.
In the main.
Crazy. You need ways, if you're going 2nd, even if you're going 1st, you need something to break a board. So Lightning Storm's the best way. You play enough field spells. If you're stuck on a field spell, you can just set over it.
Yeah.
Monsters, if you have Lightning Storm with blue boy, just add knowledge, send the blue boy. So now your board's empty again, then you can Lightning Storm.
Cool.
Lightning Storm, very good cards. It did come up a few times today. But yeah, I enjoyed having them. Wouldn't play free because 3 is not optimal for this card for going second list. So I'd rather play 2 because I have all the draw power.
Yeah.
Coming up to the end, triple Mystic Mine basically.
Yeah, there it is, guys. The Mystic Mine. Yeah, you've played Mystic Mine for?
4 years?
Yeah.
Since it came out?
Since it came out, guys. He has not let go of Mystic Mine. So, why 2 instead of 3?
So, same reason for the Lightning Storms. You don't want too many cards for that. For the fact, if you're going first, the only difference is with Mystic Mine, I can summon one of the fusions that even if my opponent normal summons one to try and blow up the mine, the fusion can protect the mine.
Oh, okay.
Then it still locks them. And then the terraforming for the 3rd copy of mine or the 4th copy of Fountain.
Fountain. Okay, cool.
And yeah, Mystic Mine is just an absolute game-changing card. It can store for so long for me to get my full engine.
Yeah.
Or just everything that I need.
Crazy.
And then for the extra deck.
Extra deck? Yeah, let's do that.
It's... Oh, no. I didn't shuffle this.
Okay, it's all good. It's all good.
For the fusions, we start off with 3 Huggins. Huggin is the... For the people that played Spry, this is the most common one to you. It's a level 2. It adds the... If it's summoned, special summoned, you can discard 1 card, add the field spell from deck to hand. So it's the 5th, 6th, and 7th copies of the field spell, which is insane. In a pinch, you can just go for this, and if this doesn't bait an Ash, your opponent doesn't have Ash.
Yeah.
Your opponent wants to stop you from getting to Fountain, and this is the best way to stop it.
Crazy.
Also, as a secondary effect, if a card I control will be destroyed by card effects, I can banish it, and it prevented distraction. Now, one thing that's important is this is not an activated effect. That's why I said it can work under mine.
Yeah.
So it's like Dingesu, the protection just happens, and then you just banish it.
Yeah. Crazy.
It got me out of a lot of someone activated Twin Twister against me, and then just summon with one of the quick play spells, just summon this, and then while the chains to resolving, just special summon the Hugin.
Absolutely nuts.
It's great. Next, the All-Star, the man, the myth, the legend, Frikkie.
Frikkie, there it is.
Triple Frikkie. Frikkie is absolutely insane. This does 3 things. First, it scares the hell out of your opponent. Secondly, if there's an attack declared involving this card, so if someone attacks it or you attack with it, most likely never going to happen, but still, this will banish the top 2 cards of your opponent's deck, therefore milling even more. Second one, neither player takes any battle damage from cards involving this card. So even if your opponent rams like an 8k monster into it, you'll take nothing, but they'll still have to banish 2. And then the third effect, which is probably the most effective one, is if it's destroyed by battle of card effects, you can add any Runic quick play spell from your grave to your hand.
Nuts.
Now this is usually how you play around Eradicate Epidemic Virus, because if your opponent activates Eradicate, you use the effect summon Frikkie. Now if they destroy Frikkie, Frikkie gets another one back, and then the cycle just continues until Eradicate is finished and you have enough to play. But Frikkie All-Star, it's absolutely insane. It's a dark for what's going to come next.
Okay. Yes, I gotta see.
Next is the second best boy, Gary. Gary was the All-Star before Frikkie because Gary is not as intimidating. Gary is a small monster that it can't be destroyed by card effects, but if it's destroyed by battle, it pops any card on the field. Oof. Unfortunately, if my opponent negates this with Chalice or Imperm, anything that just negates the effect, and they destroy it with card effects, it doesn't get that effect. So it has to be destroyed by battle, which is a hindrance. So you only summon this in battle phase. You never summon this in any other circumstance or something Frikkie.
Okay, cool.
And yeah, that's what Gary does.
Assume it's none of yours?
No.
Next is Double Movement.
Why 2 movement?
It's technically the worst one.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, technically. So Moomin effect, if it's special summon, discard a card, add a continuous spell. You're only playing one continuous spell, so 2 Moomin is optimal. The second effect is if your opponent activates a card or effect that targets a runic or set cards you control, you can banish it, negate the activation, and destroy it. This is an activated effect, unfortunately, so it doesn't work around mine. And it has to, you can't even protect mine with it because it has to be set. So anything face up will not be protected from this, which is highly unfortunate.
So any face-up non-runic
Can't be protected.
Okay, cool.
That's why you only play 2, and it has a trigger during the end phase where you can mandatory gain 1,000 life points. That's how I usually win in time. Didn't come up today. I usually decked out before time was called. But yeah, that's just how it works.
Yeah. Crazy.
And then for the links, now I know most people say you shouldn't play links, but I wanted to flex and that did not come up.
Let's see your links.
So it's 1 dark, 1 access code, 1 appa, 1 ball sword. These are never made.
Yeah.
These are never made. I just didn't want to keep these in the file. Yeah, I didn't want to keep any of them in the file.
Yeah.
So dark is the only one you can make, but you never make it.
Okay, cool.
It doesn't accomplish anything unless you're taking like an opponent's link 2 for one of these. But other than that, it's doing nothing.
Yeah.
But yeah, these do nothing. Dark doesn't have a target to search in this deck. Don't have much links, so access code's not usable.
Yeah.
Apo, you're not really making with this deck because if you sing on jargon, this won't come up.
Yeah.
And ball sword, you have no battle phase, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
So yeah, the links were just a lack of fusions.
Okay, cool. Cool, awesome. And then let's go into the side.
Yes, for the side we have Triple Lancia.
Triple Lancia, okay.
This card's insane. It did come up a few times today. Against when I was playing against Herbie's our Flunder player now. It did come up against him and it did save me. So yeah, Lancia, very good card if you know your locals.
Yeah.
If you know there's Flunder, which in most cases in this format there is because it's technically the second or third best deck depending on how, Lancia just hits it. Speaking of ways to hit Flunder, we have Triple Droll.
Triple Droll, okay.
Droll does hit a bunch more stuff than Lancia. It hits me as well, but I'll only Droll after I do my own things.
Yeah.
But yeah, Droll, very solid card. I did also Droll the Flunder player Herb. He just passed.
Okay,
He
nice.
did nothing.
Nice.
And yeah, for cards like this that only have one function, there's not much to talk about.
Yeah.
Now this was a controversial decision on my part. Triple Necro Valley.
Triple Necro Valley. Why the Necro Valley?
So I made this side deck specifically for anything. So anything does count tier, it does count Sword Soul. It does count a bunch of stuff that do remove the grave or change it. This does negate Zombie World, although Zombie World doesn't really hurt me. It does beat Branded Despia. It beats Live Twins, it beats Sprites. So just an all-around card. I couldn't prepare for one thing. Could have changed this for back row removal, but rather for things that would change in grave.
Yeah.
Alright, now for the last stretch, we have Double D Barrier and Double Roll Decree. Basically my floodgates of choice.
Yeah.
So Cobbs knows this Roll Decree very well from the people that watch his stream when he was playing Lab, Unchained, or any variant of Lab. I just always flip this on him. And the pain in his voice when I activate it, it's just insane. And then D Barrier for when you're playing against Synchro based decks, Fusion based decks, anything. It is pretty bad against others, but the decks it works against is very good. Like I did Dimensional Barrier Eric, he was playing Exorcister today, and he just passed. He couldn't do anything past that, and it was absolutely fun.
That is awesome.
And then for the last two cards of this list, one Harpy's Feather Duster and one Dimensional Fissure.
Crazy. So crazy.
So Harpy's Feather Duster just for backer removal, and then Fissure for your tier matchups for zombies. I do not really care about I do play 7 monsters, so that's not applicable to me. But for the decks that do need the grave, this is very good against them.
Yeah. That is awesome.
And yeah, ladies and gentlemen, that is my Runic Spellbook deck profile. I hope I made it entertaining because your host on the back of this camera was absolutely mauling.
Oh goodness, yeah, but congrats on, because you did come third place today,
Yes.
and you've been doing really well with the deck. So yeah, any shout outs?
Shout out to your boy, Karabo Korps Kunjonge. At the back of this camera, shout out to Jordan Moneronart, who's probably going to edit this video.
And the sprites went to the Fenris, so
Yeah, the story behind that was I bought sprites for Runic. I bought an entire sprite for Runic.
for Jordan, no, you bought it for Jordan.
Yeah, I bought it for Jordan, and then circumstances came up. I would have sold the sprites for cash,
Yeah,
and then when I pulled out of that deal, the guy was pretty salty. But
yeah,
then I told him I'd trade the sprites for the Fenris,
yes.
and then I was happy, he was happy, Jordan was not happy. But it all worked out in the end for two of the three parties.
Okay, cool. So you're gonna be playing this deck further, or are you testing other things?
No, only playing this. It's very good. With Judgment, if Judgment gets his, I'll go back to Pure. Pure is very bad,
Yeah.
but as is with this, I'll stay on it for a long time.
Awesome, awesome. And guys, yeah, that's it for the deck profile. As you know, Jacques and myself, we do stream Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Wednesdays and Thursdays. And yeah, we'll see you guys then. And it's been your boy Quabs. Thanks for watching. Peace.
I feel alive, yeah. Look at me racing the time. Bitches that I'm putting on to the side. I don't owe you nothing, did it? Put a ring on your finger, I was passing the time, yeah. Hated I started with that, but anyway, niggas still on the grind. Told you that I'm coming for what is mine. Got a couple of them pages in my head, find a way to take it straight to the heart. Dotted line, I'm the bigger artist. Got my niggas that gotta play it.